This is the second half of the tutorial for the Google Sites assignment. In the first part of the tutorial, we finished with I think 7B, where it says insert a portrait of your family that you draw using Google Drawings. So in one of the columns, so here we are, here's our website, looks like this. I went ahead and drew my family's portrait, so now I need to insert it. So I'm going to go over to Insert, and we're going to go to Drive and Drawing, and there's mine right there, Family Portrait. I'm going to go ahead and double click on that, and right here you can change the height and width of your image. I'm going to go ahead and hit save and see what it looks like as is. And then just like with the other images that you insert, you can hit align center or align right. I'm going to keep mine centered, and then the drawing will appear once you, let's go ahead and try to hit save here. Okay, and you should see that your drawing will appear. I'm going to go back to edit mode. Alright, now we're on 7C. It says in the other column, insert a bulleted list that includes at least 5 things about your family. So I'm going to head back. In the right hand column, I'm going to hit enter a couple times. And then up at the top, right here are your bullet points. So I'm going to go ahead and add my first bullet. Actually, I'm going to go back up here and center, and I'm just going to type out my family. It's a little small, so I'm going to increase the size there. I went ahead and inserted my bullets so you guys didn't have to sit here and watch me type it all out. I forgot to mention that anytime you want to see what your website will look like to people who visit it, just go ahead and hit that save button there. And this will be what it looks like for people that actually visit your site. And then when you want to go back to editing, you're just going to hit that edit button there. Okay, so now we just completed step 7. We're going to move to step 8. It says create a new page and title it likes/dislikes. We're going to change the page layout to 3 columns simple. So head back over. I'm hitting save again here. Add new page. And we're going to title it likes/dislikes. Go ahead and create it. And for the layout, we're going to change to 3 columns simple. Okay, now in the left-hand column, we need to center and underline the word likes. So here we are. Go ahead, center, and select underline. And if you want, you can make that bigger because that's pretty small. So go ahead and increase that. And then it says under that you're going to include a numbered list of at least 5 things you like. Let's go back here. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. I'm going to select the numbers here. And we don't need to be centered anymore, so make sure you go back to the left hand side of the document and you can start typing in your likes. So in the left hand column, I went ahead and entered in the 5 things that I like. Feel free to add more if you can think of more that you want to add. You probably will have to mess with this a little bit to get it to the size that you want. Okay, after that we're on D. It says in the center column, include at least 1 YouTube video of something you either like or dislike. Under the video, include a brief description of the video. Before you enter in your YouTube video, make sure you watch it all the way through to make sure it is appropriate. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack for a second on you guys. Sorry about that. I changed to order some things because it didn't seem to make sense. So we went ahead already in the left-hand column. We did our likes and we listed them out. Now, instead of doing the YouTube video part, we'll get back to that. Now, let's go ahead in the right-hand column, let's go ahead and do the same thing, but this time we're going to do dislikes. So when you go back over to your web page, you kind of want your formatting on your left and right to be similar. It just is going to make your page look better. So if you forget, like for example, I went down here and I wanted to start typing in my first dislike, but I was like, wait, I want to make sure that it's the same size as over here. If you forget what font size that you used on this side, you're going to want to go ahead and click there, and you can see how it changes at the top. So for example, if I wanted to see how what size I picked my likes, watch when I click there, you'll see it goes up to 24 and it shows that it's been underlined and it's also been centered. But then if I click on teaching, it goes back, it's left-hand justified, it's numbered, and it's 16. So when I go back over here, I know I need to change it from 10 to 16. Okay, now that I have my likes and dislikes in there, now is the time that we are going to enter in the YouTube videos. You're going to include 2 videos. The first one is going to have something to do with one of your likes, and the second one needs to have something to do with one of your dislikes. And then it says under each video you're going to include a brief description of the video. So what I did, I went ahead and opened up another tab, went to YouTube, and I looked up sand volleyball because I play sand volleyball on Friday nights. So and that was one of my likes, was playing volleyball. I made sure the whole video was appropriate, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy the link. Notice I just clicked one time in there. Let me show you guys that again. So many of you try to like highlight halfway through, or you try to go up there and click and highlight. None of that's necessary. If you want to be real quick about it, you simply click one time. Wow. Worked before, and the whole thing should highlight, and then you can right click and hit copy, or you could hit Control C. We're going to go back to our website here, make sure you're in the center column. I'm going to hit enter a couple times. We're going to go back to insert, and then all the way to the right at the bottom it says YouTube, and then we're going to go ahead and paste the URL there. I'm going to hit Control V. You could have hit right click and copy. Again, you can mess with the size here, where it says this 480 by 270. I'm going to go ahead and include it, and then we can go back and change it if you want, if you don't like the size of it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Okay, notice it's way too big. So you can go back here to settings where it says properties there, and then you can change that. We're going to go ahead and scroll down to custom because the 480 by 270 was already too big. So I'm going to hit custom. And I'm just going to lower those measurements. I'm going to try 350 by, let's say, 200. See how big that is. Okay, yep, that one was about perfect. So I'm going to remember those measurements so that the next one, I'm going to want it to be the same size. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to put those in the same size. Again, you're not going to see the video just yet because you need to hit save in order for it to pop up. But now we have our YouTube video. And then remember, I wrote underneath each video include a brief description of the video. Okay, so I went ahead and put in my second video with both of my descriptions of the videos. Notice that for the descriptions, I just centered those because I thought it looked a little bit better. Feel free to change the alignment of your text however you want, the size, all that good stuff. And again, always click save, so that you can see what your final product will look like to the people that will be visiting your site. Okay, our next step. We now are on G. It says create a new page and title it random. And then for the page layout, you can choose 3-column, left sidebar, right sidebar, or left and right sidebars. And then it says this page is up to you. Be creative. You can include images, YouTube videos, additional information about you such as your goals, your favorite quote or poem, your favorite memory. I'll add a few more things there for you. So this part I'm just going to leave out of the video because that's up to you guys. Take what you've learned to do so far and have some fun with that one. After you have completed your random page, you are going to create one last page and you're going to title it Portfolio. It says leave the page layout as is, which means it should be in 1-column simple. And then it says include 3 examples, 1 Google Doc, 1 Google Sheet, and 1 Google Slides. make sure to title them all. So for each one of those, we had the first part of the assignment, and then we had the one from Hollywood. So you choose which one you want to add to your portfolio. I already went ahead and added on the portfolio page. I'm going to go back and edit it. And like I said, by default, the layout should be one column simple, and it is. It's got the check mark next to it, so we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead in here, and I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go to Drive, and I'm going to pull up Docs, and then I'm going to locate whichever one you prefer. Pull up one of your Google Docs assignments, either the agenda from Hollywood or the first Google Doc assignment. Click on it, go ahead and hit Select. Again, if you want, you can change the height and the width. We're going to go ahead and hit Save and see how big it is. But if you don't like the height or width of it, like I said, you can change that. If you want to, you can go back up to Settings, and then that's where you can change that. I think this is okay for this one. I'm going to go ahead and center it, just because that's how I prefer. That's up to you. And then underneath, oops, I'm going to go ahead and write Google Docs Agenda. Center, and increase the size. And then I'm just going to hit Enter. I'm going to do the same thing for the other two options, which again, we did the Google Docs first. So you're going to add one of your sheets, which is either the M&M spreadsheet or the book fair spreadsheet, and then one of your slides, which is either the Explore slideshow or the charity slideshow. Okay, so the last thing you're going to do here before you turn it in is number 10. You're going to manually organize your sidebar. So the reason for that is because by default, Google puts all of your pages in alphabetical order. But sometimes you don't want your pages in alphabetical order because it doesn't make sense for them to be in that order. So here's how you change that. You're going to go over to the gears little icon here, and you're going to go down to where it says Edit Site Layout, and then you're going to come over and click on your navigation. Again, by default it says automatically organize my navigation. Well, you don't want them to automatically organize it, so you're going to deselect that option there. And then here's how yours will be blank. I've already messed with mine a little bit. So if yours is blank, you're going to hit Add Page. And then from here, this is where you will select the pages that you wanted to add. For example, family, if you wanted that one to be on top, you would go ahead and hit OK. And then you'll see that it popped up. So go ahead and add in all of your pages. You can add them in one by one. Once you get them all in there, you can organize them any way you'd like. So for example, if I clicked on family, I could click down to put it in the order. Well, the order that I want you guys to have is I want home to be on top, and then likes and dislikes, and then family, and then random, and then portfolio at the end. I'm going to go ahead, I've got another family there, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. So this is the order that you should have on your left sidebar. Once you have it in the order, you're going to go ahead and hit OK. And then it says saving your changes have been saved. You can go ahead and hit Close to get out of that option. And then on the left, they should be in the order that you selected. Now you are to the point where you're going to turn your website into Edmodo, and I got to hurry up because I'm down to a minute here. So I'm going to go back here. We've already shared it to anyone with the link, so all you have to do, remember, is click one time to highlight that link. Go ahead and hit Control-C or right-click and hit Copy, and go to Edmodo. Okay, so now I'm in Edmodo, and I already copied the link, so now I just need to paste it. Go ahead and hit Attach. Then attach again, and then turn in assignment, and you are done. All right, good job, guys. Hopefully you learned a lot.